Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LEC Spring 2025.
Show up in the early game as well, because in this sort of position, this is kind of the LeBron.
Yeah, he's looking for it. Jun had to flash away. Hans Summer going forward onto Jun, who's popped the heal, Ignite ticking. LeBron flashes out, but Hans Summer gets first blood. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, there's a kill happening in the mid lane as Isma falls and Caps goes down as well.
There's a little not even a Kendrick, so what the hell am I supposed to do with this?
Exactly. There's probably something to do with mountains. The teleport comes in behind G2 here. They're looking to take the Drake. They'll get it. Glacier Prison onto Skewmon. He pops the Crescent Guard. Great flash into the bullet time, but not really too much damage on the backline of G2, and they're going to re-engage. Caps goes forward, dashes out to the other side. Jackie's and Jun here as well. Broken Blade trying to flank himself with a TP. LeBron able to get away towards the bottom side. Broken Blade has that unstoppable force. LeBron the first to fall. Flash forward from Lottie to get the stun on BB, who flashes to the wall and then unstoppable forces across. And will manage to escape. G2 sacrificed their cow.
Because Caps was trying to regroup with Broken Blade and they were just all over the place.
Immediately off that, GIANTX will start up the Void Grubs. They'll get to LeBron trying to use Isma as a taxi to get out. Skewmon gets in to steal away a Grub though, and that means he'll have Mike spawning. Lot coming across. LeBron stopped in the middle of the blast cone, and Lot gifted the kill. 3-2 now in favor of GIANTX. Caps just taking plates in the mid lane while all of this happens.
Yeah, they're trying to get the plate mid and also the plates in bot lane as well. You can see Broken Blade work his way through, but Malphite not exactly.
GIANTX, they are losing plates on the bot side, and Skewmon looking for the dive here onto Lot. That tower very low. We'll be able to take it. Lot pops the Grandmaster's Might. Skewmon goes in, but a leap strike out is enough for Lot to escape his clutches.
So you can kind of see a lot of the...
You're losing gold on the rest of the map. Lot's going to lose about 2 or 3 minions again. Broken Blade has a tower to get to here and has the unstoppable force it required. So he shouldn't die. If he does, because he didn't use the ult properly, and he manages to escape.
Yeah, again, though, like, you're seeing all these tools used by GIANTX to try and make this play and force it on the top side of the map, but you're not really getting anything for it. You're even getting the rotation from both Caps and LeBron now to be able to cover that top half of the map, so it's what you're alluding to, the side waves being so much heavier in G2's favor is netting them a bit of an advantage here as...
Broken Blade's just fighting. True Shot Rush coming out as well. Jackie's might have to use the Fate Sealed to escape because Caps is on the flank underneath the tower. Jackie's down to 300 HP. Caps jumps in. Soul Unbound from Jackie's is perfect. Caps will take him, but he'll fall for it. I think that's all that Jackie's could have got out of that.
That was the best Jackie's could have hoped for, especially as I thought Caps would just defend. Jackie's trying to get out and then wait for that wave to crash. But
GIANTX could gain control of that whole area. I was wondering if BB would teleport down to this tower to make sure it survived, but he was at risk of a 4-man tower dive if he did that, and even Malphite isn't tanky enough to survive that. So it will be Drake and a tower over to GIANTX. Gold lead about 700 in G2's favor right now, but they will be able to pick up this Rift Hold, and using that will hope to break through with the tier 1 in mid.
They will need to TP Broken Blade back to the top side though if they want to try and make this fight happen. Because
is the eye open? It's not. Isma could steal this. Glacial Prison, there's the eye, taken away by Noah. Skewmon diving onto Isma. LeBron coming in from the side as well. Skewmon doesn't really have anywhere to get out of this one. Might have to flash out of the back of the pit. Broken Blade flashing forward. Jun flashes over the True Shot Barrage. Manages to get the 2-man stun as Skewmon's killed off Jun now. Skewmon's so low. Sunder Sky healing. Absolutely massive, but he's shut down by Lot. The flash out from LeBron as Broken Blade opens up onto Noah, who still has the barrier. And Broken Blade is CC'd to high heaven. Broken Blade falls, GIANTX pick up a 2-for-1.
Great call from GIANTX. May even... Oh, there's no Soul Unbound, so Cap should just walk away, but great re-engage by GIANTX. They went, hang on, Broken routed in the pit, and Sama isn't really in a position to do the damage that he needs to, especially as Lot starts to reposition him. Noah is being jumped on by Broken Blade, but it's not doing a huge amount, and Jackie's and Isma are just having a field day in the pit. Like, when you get these isolated skirmishes with the Sejuani and the melee champions, it works out so well.
And it does. Rift Hold used by GIANTX immediately afterwards. Lot jumping onto Skewmon. LeBron there for the knock-up. Bullet time onto Skewmon as well. As GIANTX are now 7-4 up. Jackie's wants a piece of the action as he CC's Caps. And Caps just about glides away with the Between Worlds. Still doing his grouping and pushing into the jungle together here. But as you say, it always comes at quite a large cost. It's G2.
Oh, Lot, that's not
up in the mid lane. Lot is going to teleport in here, can immediately counter-strike if needed, and will do so. It takes half his health for it. The dragon goes down. Jackie's is the one to secure it for GIANTX. Second dragon of the game. Glacial Prisoner hitting onto Broken Blade. Not the target you want. Hansama able to jump away from Lot. Jackie's will pull his soul back into his body and retreat from the fight. Good slow from the Make It Rain. But GIANTX aren't going to find too much more here. G2 still grouped up as 5. Looking to push through for this mid lane tier 1.
Yeah, GIANTX did manage to get the dragon, so they're just trying to reforce entry in towards the mid lane tower. G2 trying to play for that. But if GX overextend here, it could be out of camp.
Jun! 3-man knockup with a Pop Blossom! Fate sealed, follow up, and Broken Blade has to ult away. Caps already dead, didn't have time to react with a flash of his own. An incredible engage from Jun. Doesn't get GIANTX too much, apart from saving their mid lane tower.
Man, Jun's Nico engages have been sick. He's one of the few people that are still bringing this out. Like, it's his, well, Labrov has, but 4 times now it has been a consistent factor for GIANTX, and Jun has just performed every single time. And now G2 kind of feeling the brunt of that, as that could have been the moment G2 start to take over control of the game. Getting that mid lane tower, starting to get some of these side lanes under control hasn't been as clean as it usually is, and GIANTX have been punishing well. Like Jun getting into that position over the wall, finding the flash, and now catching more.
Oh, Lot with the flash forward, double stun. Hansama coming across the wall as well, as Lot is quite deep here. LeBron gets the knockback. Glacial Prison going short. LeBron still knocked up, pops the Unbreakable Will, but there's the bullet time from Noah, as they manage to kill the cow. Bounce out. Jun's flash will be up before LeBron's flash is up. Caps is having a real struggle bus of a day as well, as Broken Blade will be able to take this top tower. Fate Sealed comes out. LeBron chasing forward here, but GIANTX are on the collapse, and Broken Blade is in too deep. And there's not much he can do as GIANTX collapse on him. They'll kill off the rock, and now Hansama has to arcane shift away from Lot, who is on an absolute tear.
But that's 2 members
ready to fight. I have to remember, in front of their home crowd in Madrid, Jackie's jumps forward. True Shot Barrage has been used. We'll give it a little bit of vision. Glacial Prison down as well. There's the bullet time, and Skuma doesn't get to play the game. Jun with a good Pop Blossom onto Caps, and here comes the rest of the chase. GIANTX pusher than the other one, even if the health bar looks a little bit bigger. As Labrov here trying to defend his top tier 2. Lot goes in, Counter-Strike used. Lot, that was so greedy. Pops the stopwatch. Fate still coming out from Jackie's as well, but I don't think Lot survived for too much longer. Never mind. He jumps in, gets the Thunder Sky, goes into the burst of bullet time. Lot, that was absolutely gorgeous. He survived for an absolute age. Does die in the end, but at what cost for G2?
I don't know if it was gorgeous, but if you squint, you can make out the picture. And I think for Lot, that's all he needed to do in that situation. Coming out with the kills, GIANTX. Can they just end right here? I think they can.
Lobov's up in 8 seconds. Hansama's 20 away, as is Caps. The inhibitor tower and the inhibitor have gone down. GIANTX with an 8,000 gold lead now. Knocking on the Nexus. LeBron's looking for that long flank round. The second Nexus tower, the target for GIANTX. But the minion wave not actually in range. LeBron gets a double knockup, stopping the channel through those Hex Gates. Caps on his way in. Dashing forward with the weirding. Isma the first target. Isma the only target, as G2 will fell the board. The chase continues as Caps is dashing forward. Doesn't have a blast cone to take to go any further. Jackie's jumps back in with a base seal, takes down one, he's looking to make it 2, he'll fight 2! And he channels his way out, where is this guy?
It's daylight robbery from GIANTX.
In Madrid, Noah now taking the mid-tier 2, GIANTX 7 towers to 2 up. Still 7,000 gold in the lead as Skuma pops the Crescent Guard, but goes pop himself. A little bit too greedy, trying to hold onto that tower on Unbreakable Will, used by LeBron just to survive through the bullet time. I'm sure Nia would have wanted one of those, but instead he had to dodge the bullets. Broken Blade on the front line. He is not a tanky mountain. Meanwhile, Caps goes down as well. GIANTX, it is a demolition. It's 21 kills to 6. It's a 10,000 gold lead. Like, the only person with more than a couple of kills on G2 is Hansama, and he really hasn't had a chance to influence this game.
Yeah, I think when you're an AD carry in this position, there's very little that you can do. GIANTX demolishing G2. That was not the sentence I expected to say coming into today.
No, nor did I.
I think they're in a good spot, but otherwise their comp is so low damage on the side of GX.
Yeah, I prefer G2 drafts, unfortunately. I just like, for me, the Scion doesn't really make sense with the Jhin. Like, you really want someone else to carry you.
Find a way to punish it as of yet.
I don't think you have to punish it necessarily, though. I think it's just stopping the push. Like, okay, Dragon, bit of a annoyance to lose, but it's only been, what, turret plate gone to that bottom side? When you're Caitlyn, you want this turret basically gone by 15 minutes. So the fact that you haven't actually been able to snowball an effective lead is a win in and of itself for GIANTX. Now, I still think, like, you need Jackies. Well, maybe...
I love this boulder.
That is a nice boulder.
Both the top laners proxying waves, as they are wont to do. Isma looking for LeBron. Big Glacial Fisher coming down as well. And Isma and Jern in a 2v3 right now until the curtains open. Nature's Grass coming out. Jern pays for his jungler's arrogance, really, there.
He's being able to jump onto him. I think he can make things a little tough. So, I'm not saying that Caps will have a bad time. It's just that operating as valuably as possible as a play in these fights can be a little tough.
G2 are going to try and contest this. Broken Blade has not moved at all, whereas Lot has. Unstoppable Onslaught coming out. The Magnus Sword follow-up, and Skewmont is down. GIANTX will get their first kill of the game. They'll get all 6 grubs as well.
Nice. Good job by GIANTX, shifting Lot towards...
situation. It might be a between the towers play. Instead, he's putting on his best cosplay.
Is he out?
As he looks to pretend to be a
no
wolf.
way.
You can't catch him, man. He's a wolf.
And you get the top tower for it. Like, Dragon will be taken, but the fact that Lot managed to escape there is incredible. As GX, yeah, they get tower, Dragon gone, 2 dragons, I should say, now for G2 as well. So definitely a little bit of nervousness around those objectives, but still.
Yeah, I think for GIANTX, they're happy enough that they got the 6 grubs, right? It's that exchange that they've decided to make. Lot getting out is huge for them as well, not giving over that extra gold alongside the objective. GIANTX will want to play around the next couple of Drakes, obviously, with it being Infernal. You don't want G2 to get to an Infernal Soul with that Hui or even the Caitlyn. Can just do a lot of damage from long range. Jackie's here looking for Lebrov. Skewmond as well. Cycling shove will get the stun back onto him with that Unraveled. Double TP's being used. Glacial Fisher coming out. There's the CC follow-up onto Lebrov, who tried to save his jungler, but can't save himself. He will fall first. Jun takes it into Portal Combat, and G2 begin to back away. Noah clipped, ace in the hole. Not enough, as the Severing Bolt does not connect.
The Severing Bolt and the artillery fire far forward, trying to get the play on towards Jackie's, and sets up for Isma to follow up.
Just way too far forward there from Caps. Good one, Rob.
Thank you.
It's a good joke. Oh, LeBron got out as well.
Picture.
Shadowing Strike coming out, but Bob pops the Unbreakable. Can stand beside Skewmon, but the Decimating Smash coming out might stop him in time. Okay, all credit to GIANTX, but G2 have absolutely lost the plot. These last sequence of plays have been diabolical from them.
In the wing, so Hero going down, looks like mid lane tower before the Dragon seems to be the call as BB looking for the tier 2.
It's the classical play, right? You go with the Rift Herald in as the Dragon spawns, you put the pressure on, Rift Herald will get the charge in, Good Weaver's Wall will lock out G2. There's the tier 1 in the mid lane for GIANTX. Now they can turn their attentions over to the Drake. Isma tried to ride the Herald, but she was not long for the Rift.
Jackie's
on the flank, flash forward, seismic shove, Nature's Guard's coming out as well. There's Magnus Sword to follow up. Skewmon dashes in with a twisted advance, but the Spiraling Despair is going to do a lot of work. Jun is the first to fall, and now Jackie's is the second to go down. GIANTX a little bit too greedy, a little bit too deep, and they might just lose 3. Broken Blade comes in with the World Ender and ends Isma's day. G2 fight back.
Jackie's didn't get onto the carries with that flash forward. Hansama managing to sidestep the flick back, which means it's just Skewmond who ends up setting up, and even
back in this game a little bit. Still a 1.2k gold lead for GIANTX, but soul point for G2. 2 items on their carries, 2 items as well on Skewmond, who has gone for the unending despair as LeBron caught a little bit here. Skewmon jumped on as well. Good double knockup. Isma should be able to make the tree go timber. He runs towards the top side though. Phase rush. Not enough. He phases out of existence instead. GIANTX once again with a pick. Is it Buttercon time? That would feel very greedy.
I think you kind of need to get something out of it.
Keep it aggroed for now. Jackie's is on the flank down towards the bottom side. He's spotting out Skewmon. Good double Shadowing Strike. Jun can jump across the wall. Ardakan should reset. It runs out of patience. Jackie with the Weaver's Wall. They're going first for LeBron, but the Nature's Grasp. And Cap's still alive on the backside. Could make this a very sticky situation for GIANTX. Jackie's is already dead, so's Isma, and G2 didn't really have to burn too much to do it.
No, the fact that G2 ended up being on the right side of that wall in the grand scheme of things worked out fantastically for them. Better grouped, better frontline access, and now it's over towards the Baron, and I don't think there's much that GIANTX can really do.
I just felt a little forced from GIANTX, unwilling to wait out for the next Drake, instead trying to get the Articon Baron double combination. But G2 will get the Baron. They'll take this fight as well. Let's have another look, because it was a very odd sequence. But no, they didn't pick up the Articon, just went for the Baron and then reset. They're looking for the Soul, though. 40 seconds before that Drake is up, and the gold has swung back in their favors.
GIANTX trying to move both Pantheon and Talia across the midway, but I think, as you say, it's just going to be the Dragon push. Try and see if you can keep GIANTX underneath their own tower and open up as well. The trap line that's already been successfully put down by Hansama is kind of where you're going to fall back to and play behind us.
Oh, Jackie's Broken Blade dashed across the wall here, snuck behind Jackie's, flashes forward. The Voltaic Psycho Sword doing so much work as BB finds a kill. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, another engage with the Magna Storm. Broken Blade's going to TP onto the backside, though, as Noah has to cleanse away from Skewmond. Broken Blade joins the fray. I'm not even sure he was needed. He'll take a double out of it. Hansama gets another. Noah's going to fall, and this is it. GIANTX swept away a triple for BB, 11-6 now for G2. Soul on their minds and these tier 1s and tier 2s.
Skewmon did a great job there of getting onto Noah in the back of that fight, because Jackie's was already dead, so by removing Noah from the equation, there was just no damage left in the middle of that clump of people in the river. So Hansama just outperforming in the fight, and G2 outperforming in the rift. You'll see it here as the pick from Broken Blade, really well done. Jackie thinks he's safe, but
unable to really step too far forward. Have to, group 4 people in mid if they're going to get any pressure. G2 will start up the Articon. Look how quickly it's going down. Already down to 3,000 HP. Unstoppable Onslaught coming out. Lot's going to eat up a couple of those Yordle Snapshites. The Grand Starfall onto the backline, but Isma is way too deep. Lot's already fallen. GIANTX just can't find a way in. The false life now sitting on G2. Broken Blade with that flank position. Look how much damage the Infernal Soul is doing. Noah dead to a Severing Bolt. Isma's gonna fall as well. Only Jackie's and Jun left alive, and I'm not sure they can stop this advance.
I mean, Jackie's was in the base as that Articon was going down, and G2 punish effectively as Lot overextends, and now the base gonna fall next.
Seismic shove on a Broken Blade, but he's still got the false life buff. Jun is dead. Hans is dominating. G2, they have enough minions, they have a tanky enough Maokai to push this one in. The Weaver's Wall blocked again by LeBron. Jackie's ace in the hole won't be enough to get through the Seraphs, but Broken Blade will. 1-5-1 on this Aatrox. 6-1-3 on this Aatrox in the end, as G2 take the win and even out the series 1-1.
It looked like GIANTX had started to get the back.
I am getting an old school Peace Pigeon Wombo combo right now from that G2 composition. We want to set up for the Yasuo. You got it in jungle, you got it in mid lane, you got it in support, all right? If this doesn't work now...
Bottom lane. For the moment, not too much happening. I wonder if Isma might look towards bot after he's taken this Scuttle Crab. Lot chunked out a little bit, but he's on his way to Meganar. Yeah, Isma's there, waiting behind Lebrov and Hansama. Cap's very low in the mid lane. Oh, one more! Oh, Jackie's! Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. Yeah, Jackie's kind of into that one a touch. A small tad.
A smidge. It's definitely been more topside focus in this series when it comes towards getting grubs, whereas G2 have kind of put their latches into the Dragon and say, this is our win condition, fighting around these, and it looks like we'll continue that for game number 3.
What we don't realize is it's actually next level mind games from Isma. He starts up the Drake to make Skewmon think that he wants the Dragon. Okay. Whereas actually he wanted the grubs all along, but kind of piggyback off LeBron and get out.
But I was going to say, I think for G2, if I was them, I'd try and push in top, as Meganar just going to be there for damage, but push in top and then look for the reset down in towards bot lane. But with all the rigmarole, it hasn't really happened here, and BB is doing fine.
Going in, Lot still in that Mininar form. You can see BB flashing over Isma. Flash Cyclone, though, does get the double. Lot healing up as well. Lot will fall. Caps now knocked up with the second cast of the Cyclone. Isma! Oh, no! Yes! Isma! Never mind! Caps knows. He's in your mind. He knows exactly where you are. Caps now 3-0 on this Orianna.
Yeah, the Lebrov had gone for the reset, so I think Isma kind of knew, look, if I try and run into any other bushes, there's eventually going to be a G2 bot lane that shows up, so had to take the risk of resetting, but broke Caps' ankles for a little bit.
They want to go for a fight, but looks like this is all about just giving Jackies as much gold as possible. Caps should be able to take the first tower of the game, though, and continue to extend his gold lead, almost as a fully stacked Seraph's Embrace already. And it's going to be a very strong Orianna. As the plates fall off, GIANTX will get a tower of their own.
Yeah,
Orianna is as fed as Caps is. Next objective's up with the couple of Void Grubs still here for GIANTX. There's another Drake in 2 minutes' time. Jun looking for Skumon, can't quite land the slam into the wall, does force him out, so Isma should be able to pick up this Scuttle Crab before Lebrov comes across. Lot now jumping in, Skumon going forward as well, and TP comes out. There's the quickness from Lebrov. He needs to escape, but he can't get away from the Cyclone. Broken Blade here to join the play, but GIANTX get a kill. Keeper's Verdict stopped by Jun. And G2, I mean, they went for that play, but it's GIANTX who came out on top.
Yeah, you can see Caps was running down from top lane, but as soon as he showed up, GIANTX was
First item before they really do too much. G2 with a push in the mid lane should be able to take their second tower of the game and extend that gold lead.
set up for G2.
I mean, as soon as Lot goes into minion form, you have to feel G2 will go on the offensive again. Yep, there's the quickness. They step in, they dive forward, and down goes Jun. No Keeper's Verdict available anymore. Isma has to flash out the back of the pit. Lot forced away by Broken Blade. G2 will happily accept Soul Point.
Didn't even have to burn the ultimate from Caps, just enough damage from Lebrov knockup and the final breath coming through from Broken Blade. So G2 for G2, and you've already lost your 2 towers top. So now you have a potential Rift Herald onto a tier 2, or you just outright lose a tier 2 for this play by GIANTX.
It's Rift Herald straight away from Skumon. They're going to charge in here. Only have 2 grubs, so it's not the quickest push, but Caps is so strong with Leandries and Seraphs complete that his auto attacks absolutely slam through a Narbar. Jun's looking for Broken Blade. Steadfast Presence will get a couple of people knocked up, but that's a big cooldown down for the remaining fight. GIANTX have started up the Hextech Drake. Skumon is there. Keeper's Verdict stopped by the blast cone from Lebrov. The Cyclone going forward, but Isma's rooted in place and can't find anyone. The Drake does go over to GIANTX, but at what cost? Lot's getting chased down by Lebrov. Lot jumps back in, a 3-man Gnar with a double stun. Summer goes into the Featherstorm. Caps is falling lower and lower, but he's still surviving in the middle. Noah's going to be able to take out one. Broken Blade looking for him as well, but Noah gets another. Great sidestep from that Steel Tempest. GIANTX lose 3, but they get the Drake and they take down 2 with them.
That is kind of why you didn't get that shockwave, because there wasn't value for Caps to use it, right? Like, Lot is on one side, you've got Jun who's putting pressure on the other. This, though, is less so that.
Lebrov going for Jackies. Quickness gets in range. Jackies knocked up. There's the shockwave, and Jackies is dead. Lebrov's going to fall as well. Skumon being chased down towards the bottom side. G2 have found one, as have GIANTX. Lot goes into the Mega Gnar form. Skumon getting chased out by Isma, slowed up, but can just flag and drag his way away. Jun flashes in, but there's no real follow-up from the rest of GIANTX. Killer Instinct on a Broken Blade, gets the knock-up into the last breath. Now Hans Summer starts to open up, gets the root, but in goes the Cyclone. Noah's on the wrong side of the wall to really do too much. Raw Catapult coming out. Skumon's now separated from the rest of his team, and he will fall as well. In the end, it's GIANTX coming out on top in terms of the trade, losing 2, taking 3.
These are not fights that should be going this way,
Saying,
though.
okay, we know you're going to try and play around that dragon. We'll start up the Baron while you do. Noah's going to be able to take the Drake. How low is that Baron right now? 9,000 on it. Isma trying to get behind the pit. Keeper's Verdict goes down. Skumon's not in the pit anymore! Skumon's not in the pit anymore! And that's the easiest steal I have ever seen happen! Lot trying to go in as the Rob has to pop the quickness. It's daylight robbery in the LEC!
But that's also going to be the mid tower going down as well. Look at where Noah is. G2 are throwing this game over and over, and GIANTX are happy to pick
as well. Have the false life buff now. It's only 1,000 gold lead, but the momentum is truly in GIANTX's favor. With this Baron buff for the next 2 minutes, G2 on the back foot, last breath going in. Noah able to escape. False life does get procced in the end, as does Juns, and now Jackies is on the retreat. Isma, I mean, he could look to try and save his mid laner, doesn't need to. Jackies able to get away. Thorn now TP behind, as you say. Jackies uses the stopwatch, puts the Arcane Storm down, knocked up, locked up, and he'll have to withdraw as well. GIANTX greedy, going for the tier 2 in bot lane. Noah and Lot are both biblical. At the moment, G2 are not at their biblical strength, we can say.
I think GX are doing a good job.
Do you think they're able of it? Able to do it. That's so much better as we see Lot getting caught out. Does have that Nart. Broken Blade dodges to the side of it. Isma and Lot do still have their false lives. Keeper's Verdict stopped by Jun. Jackie's still pushing in the top side. G2 do gain control over the mid lane wave.
In the grand scheme of things, though, like, it hasn't been that impactful of a Red Bull Baron power play. Like 3K, sure, but a lot of that was off the back of the immediate fights and the immediate Atacon and that, so...
Giving this one up. It's going to be at least 6 dragons in this game, maybe 7. As I expect, we won't see the end in the next 5 minutes.
G2 are kind of splitting them GX right now.
Yeah, because there's a tier 2 here for them, right? G2 did get a quicker push in top lane from Camps, but they know exactly where Lot is.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if Lot was going to go for the hop over the wall.
Oh, Isma goes in with a cycle and onto Hans Summer. Meanwhile, Jackie's down towards one side as pops. Caps his stopwatch. Isma's going to come back up with the GA. Kind of instinct in by Noah. Jackie's kills Hans Summer. And now it's all on Noah to try and put the team in his arc, but he can't do it. Good double knockup from LeBron. Skewmon and Broken Blade, the only 2 left alive though. And Jackie still has the damage. Skewmon will fall to Jackie's. The death ray is his death knell. Broken Blade catches the wave. And I think maybe a lack of damage now for GIANTX, as they might turn their eyes towards the Baron, but LeBron and Broken Blade are still both up.
Jackie still has a lot of damage and his stopwatch going to need it.
Knocker, last breath onto Jackie's, but he's damn tanky with the Rod of Ages. Jackie's pops the stopwatch side from Power, giving a little bit of a shield as well. Broken Blade falls to Isma. It's Jackie's that takes the kill. Isma gets LeBron. G2 thinking, if we can kill Jackie's, we can stop the Baron. But
Wave on top of him to Sombrero, but only ends up hitting on towards Isma, who already has that GA as well. So he's back up in the fight. And then as this fight goes on, Broken Blade is just too low on the HP to really follow up on this. Jackie's there is now up and available for him. So you're still finding these moments that are tough for G2.
Lebrov, man. Talk about the engaged possibility. Lebrov on a flank of a lifetime. Lot coming in as well. That's the Arcane Storm. Jackie's just on the front spot, front foot as he pops the stopwatch to avoid the shockwave. Lebrov forced away. Caps the same, does have the teleport. Lebrov should be able to escape this. Root landing only onto the clone there. GIANTX, I mean, they forced the shockwave out of Caps, and they managed to catch Skewmon, who has a Guardian Angel. It's going to be resurrected in the middle of GIANTX. They miss all of the CC that they wanted to happen after he comes out, but still managed to take him down. Now there's a Drake to fight over, and G2 don't have their jungler.
And you've still got Isma's engage as well, so G2 need to be so careful of Brav.
He has to use the quickness to try and escape, but he's locked up, and Jackie's with the Siphon Power. Noah takes it in the end. Hansama the next target for GIANTX, and G2 are caught all out of sorts. Hansama's down as well. The soul's secured. Caps on the front line as Jun slams him into a wall. GIANTX proving that they're the better team with G at the start of their name.
It is rare that we see Caps start 3-0 in a game, and now maybe on the brink of losing said game. GIANTX, they want to take it right here.
Caps and Broken Blade trying to defend. They have Shockwave, they have the last breath, but Jun is keeping them at bay. The Killer Instinct in by Noah. Stopwatch to avoid the damage from Caps. GIANTX, take a bow in front of your fans. That was incredible.